All right, let's talk a little bit about the Pistons' future. Talk about the draft. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and yeah, I think it's three guys that the Pistons should be honing in at. And obviously, this is super premature. We all probably hoping at this point they just tanking and some young guys show the promise down the stretch, and they get the best possible draft pick out there. But there's three guys that I looked at so far. I done homework on that shine the most to me, and that's Killian Hayes. He was born in Lakeland, Florida, but grew up in France. Anthony Edwards in Georgia, and Lamelo Ball. Now, I like Lamelo Ball game because it looks like Luka Doncic's game, and it's kind of the wave of the NBA. All right, I like Anthony Edwards' game because he's tough, he's strong. He a really good guard, man. And Killian Hayes, he seemed to be kind of the middle guy between these guys. His game is the most polished as far as control, discipline. He seemed the most mature, and I like his game a lot. When you talk about, somebody that kind of plays the game the right way, is him. He'll be a guy that Larry Brown would love to coach. Play the game the right way. He under control. He mature. His shot selection looked pretty good. And I think as far as generational guy, I think he could play in the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s because he disciplined. Ball control there. Size is there. Probably need to put a little bit of weight on when he gets to the league. He kind of skinny like Sayoko Diambo. But when you talk about his game, easy. Everything looked easy. When he shoot the ball, under control. When he handling the rock, under control. When you talk about the ability to play make, under control. When you talk about setting guys up for the lobs, under control. He is like the point guard that they looking for. He's more point than the rest of them on the list. You know what I'm saying? All of them probably could be considered a combo guard, and that's probably every guard in the league. The guys like Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo are becoming extinct in the NBA, but Killian Hayes is very, very polished, very, very under control. You talking about playmaking night to y'all. He might not be the most flashiest guy, but he seems to be the most disciplined, under control, and mature guy amongst the guys on the list. Now, you look at Lamelo Ball, he is the wave, all right? Lamelo is the wave, all right? Lamelo is Trae Young, he Luka Doncic. He is that new wave of guard that Steph Curry has pretty much set the blueprint and the patent for. He a guy that can, shoot the ball. As soon as you over half court, he in range. And the difference between Luka and LaMelo between Steph and Trae is the size. LaMelo Ball is 6'6". He's still growing, athletic, long. He can pass the ball. He can play make. Once again, shot selection is a little bit of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Over in Australia, I've been watching him closely. His shot selection has been pretty well. He's been pretty disciplined. It seemed like he fell into form over there. So, but it's always a question, with him, and he kind of like a wild mongoose with his shots. You know what I'm saying? In high school, but when he over in Australia, everything is under control, discipline. He looked to get his teammates involved, and I think he at this point is ready to go and try to be the top draft pick. But he the number one pick. Obviously you got to ask defensively, is he willing to take the call and be a great defender at 6'6", the long arms. He getting bigger and stronger. LeVar got him on the weight training program. He got the ability and athletic ability to be a great defender. I think all three of them do. But for me, he is the now in the NBA. He is the Luka, the Trae, the Steph. Not saying he's going to be as good as them or won't be as good as them, but he is the trend guy right now. You look at Anthony Edwards, he kind of puts you in the mind, people are not going to like this, he kind of get you in the mindset of Rodney Stuckey that can shoot. When Stuckey was at his best, Stuckey was able to put his shoulder into guys, finish at the rim. He flashes that ability, strong kid. He is the NBA body, he got it. Getting to the rim, finishing over guys, he got it. The range, he got it. The rebounding, he got it. The athletic ability, he got it. Finishing at the rim, he got it. The ball handling, he got it. But shot selection for him is a little bit of the issue. He a little bit of a LaMelo raw mongoose when it comes to shooting. He try to force some things every now and again, but his ability to dominate on both sides of the floor, I think he got the potential, just like the other two. He's strong. He can D up when he wants to. I mean, he got the mid-range game. I think he showed more of a mid-range game than the two I saw earlier between Lamelo and Killian. But he can shoot the ball from deep range. He can get to the bucket. So when you're talking about overall polish, he got the strength. But the problem is, when you talk about drafting Anthony Edwards to the Pistons need more of a point guard more than a combo guard. Anthony Edwards seemed to be more a guy that looked to get his own shot and set other guys up. He can masquerade as a point guard for a minute, but he more of an off guard, in my opinion. The other two got more point guard than them. But when it comes down to what the Pistons need, they need a point guard. They ain't had one since Chauncey. So you don't really want to force Anthony Edwards like they try to force Stuckey to be a point guard when at his true essence he is shooting guard. But guess what? If you feel that Anthony Edwards is the best player on the board, you take him, and then next year you go try to find a point guard. So you're not trying to win a championship. Rome wasn't built in a day. But all three of them, you could be happy with them. But if you're trying to fit a need and you're trying to fit a talent, get the best talent available, you're probably looking at Killian and Lamelo. And obviously, Anthony Edwards may go number one. Lamelo may go number one. Killian may be the one you may get, and he may be very well the best fit for you. All these dudes got good size. You put Lamelo out there, and you able to get Sayoko, develop him, his length. Defensively, you look like the Bucks. If you could put a Brandon Ingram or Kelly Oubre, you can find a way to deal one of them dudes and put them. You say you got Killian, Lamelo at the point guard, and your wings is Sayoko and Brandon Ingram or Kelly Oubre. That length right there, you looking like the Milwaukee Bucks. The defensively, but if I had to pick one out of the three, if I had to rank them right now, and it's obviously premature, to be honest, it's gonna be either Lamelo or Killian for what the Pistons do or what the Pistons need. So quite honestly, I'm happy with either one of them. People got a concern about LeVar Ball. LeVar's kind of faded into the black a little bit. All right, LeVar not gonna come to Detroit talking that reckless shit. He ain't even in New Orleans in the 504 world. He talking that reckless shit. All right, so I don't think LeVar is gonna be an issue. Everybody talking about Lonzo. Well, Lonzo's got healthy and Lonzo's balling now. But LaMelo is a different type of cat than Lonzo. He can shoot it. He ain't got a funky shot. He can set you up. He a playmate. He seemed like he more under control than I gave him credit for. But between him and Killian Hayes, I like them both. Both of them are extraordinary, really, really good players. So no knock on Anthony Edwards. He may be the best. But what the Pistons need right now is a point guard. They can set them up, get set people up. But Anthony Edwards to me is more of a two guard. But they can use a two as well too. Anthony Edwards is a little different from Luke Kennard. He's stronger. He can finish at the rack a little bit better. He got the shot. He got the mid range. He kind of puts you in the mindset of a more athletic Luke Kennard. And most people seen Georgia versus Michigan State. They've seen him heat up for 33 points in the second half this season. So, if you draft Anthony Edwards, you probably be looking to move Luke Kennard. But I think Killian and LaMelo are the ticket for what the Pistons need right now. And I think, the length for both of those, the ability to get out there, if you can get out there and preach defense to them, I think you might have something special. But LaMelo is the wave. So I really don't have a preference. I like them equally for the Pistons, but LaMelo is the wave. LaMelo is the Steph, the Luka, the Trae Young. He the wave of the NBA. What James Harden doing, he the wave. Killian, he can be the wave as well too. He a little bit under control. He a little bit more basic than LaMelo, and that's kind of good. So I take either one of them, but I think these are the three guys that need to target. Now, people ask about James Wiseman. Him and Christian Woods is very, very similar. Wiseman, he seemed to be able to, shoot a little bit too, but I don't think that's immediate need. Now, if Wiseman the best guy on the board, you take him, period. But these are three I like for the Pistons. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Hit this drop-down box or just touch the title to get all my social media and email. If you got a request, email me or hit me up on Twitter. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Much love. Y'all know what the business is. One time for the one time. Murder City Sports Talk. Don't forget to check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. We gone.